Historically significant things that happened on April 11th. April 11th serves as a profound anniversary of liberation, constitutional progress, and the indomitable human spirit. It is the date that saw the signing of the Civil Rights Act of 1968, codifying fair housing as a fundamental American right, and the launch of the ill-fated yet heroic Apollo 13 mission. From the clinical debut of James Parkinson's seminal work on neurological health to the founding of Spelman College and the release of the Apple I computer, this day highlights our collective journey towards social equity, scientific discovery, and the birth of the personal computing era. Let us look at the significant historical events of April 11th, categorized by cultural, educational, financial, physical/mental/relational health, political, professional, social, spiritual, and scientific and technological points of view. Historically significant things that happened on April 11th. From cultural point of view, 1888, the Concertgebouw in Amsterdam, one of the world's most acoustically significant concert halls, was inaugurated. 1961, the trial of Adolf Eichmann began in Jerusalem. It was one of the first trials to be widely televised, profoundly impacting the global cultural understanding of the Holocaust and the, quote, banality of evil. 1970, Apollo 13 was launched. While intended to be a lunar landing, it became a cultural touchstone for human resilience and, quote, successful failure after an oxygen tank explosion. Historically significant things that happened from educational point of view. 1881. Spelman College was founded in Atlanta, Georgia, as the Atlanta Baptist Female Seminary. It eventually became the oldest private liberal arts college for black women in the United States. 1965. President Lyndon B. Johnson signed the Elementary and Secondary Education Act, ESEA, a landmark piece of legislation that significantly increased federal funding for primary and secondary education to ensure equal access. Historically significant things that happened on April 11th. From financial point of view, 1899, the Treaty of Paris was ratified, ending the Spanish-American War. This treaty had massive financial implications as Spain ceded Puerto Rico, Guam, and the Philippines to the U.S. for $20 million, expanding American economic influence in the Pacific and Caribbean. 1980. In a peak of economic volatility, the price of gold hit a then historic high, reflecting the intense inflation and global financial instability of the era. Historically significant things that happened on April 11th. From physical/mental/relational health point of view. 1817. James Parkinson published an essay on the shaking palsy, the first systematic clinical description of the neurological condition that would later be named Parkinson's disease. 1996. The Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act, HIPAA, was formally introduced in the U.S. House of Representatives, beginning the legislative journey toward modern patient privacy and health data standards. Historically significant things that happened on April 11th from political point of view. 1951. President Harry S. Truman relieved General Douglas MacArthur of his command in the Far East during the Korean War, a pivotal moment asserting civilian control over the military. 1968. President Lyndon B. Johnson signed the Civil Rights Act of 1968, also known as the Fair Housing Act, which prohibited discrimination concerning the sale, rental, and financing of housing based on race, religion, or national origin. 1979. The dictatorial regime of Idi Amin in Uganda was overthrown as Tanzanian forces and Ugandan exiles seized control of Kampala. Historically significant things that happened on April 11th from professional point of view. 1919. The International Labor Organization, ILO, was established as part of the Treaty of Versailles, creating the first global body dedicated to promoting social justice and internationally recognized human and labor rights. 1945. American forces liberated the Buchenwald concentration camp. The subsequent professional documentation by journalists and military investigators set the standard for modern war crimes reporting. Historically significant things that happened on April 11th. From social point of view, 1947. Jackie Robinson played his first game for the Brooklyn Dodgers in an exhibition match against the New York Yankees, just days before his official MLB debut that would shatter the baseball color barrier. 1921. The first sports broadcast via radio took place as Florent Gibson of the Pittsburgh Post announced a boxing match between Ray Arcel and Teddy Matthews. Historically significant things that happened on April 11th. From spiritual point of view, 1963. Pope John XXIII issued the landmark encyclical Pacem in Terris, Peace on Earth, the first encyclical addressed to all men of goodwill, rather than only Catholics, emphasizing human rights and world peace during the Cold War. Historically significant things that happened on April 11th. 1900. The United States Navy acquired its first modern commissioned submarine, the USS Holland, SS-1, transforming naval warfare technology. 1976. The Apple I computer, designed and hand-built by Steve Wozniak, was released. It was the first all-in-one motherboard that helped spark the personal computing revolution. 1986. Halley's Comet made its closest approach to Earth during its 20th century visit, allowing for unprecedented scientific data collection by the Halley Armada of spacecraft. Hi viewers, family and friends. How did you like the content of this video? Like the video and subscribe to the channel. Please write in the comments your name and the place you are watching from. Since our viewing family is spread all over the world, it will be nice to know which city and the country you are watching from, so I can say hello to you. Science and technology, reading and listening to the historical accomplishments on this date of those who have gone before us. I, as a professional engineer with interest in structural engineering, energy-efficient buildings, ICF construction, and as Google Docs expert with interest in spreadsheet-based solutions, draw inspiration to ask of myself the million-dollar question, what would I accomplish today? Think about the Japanese practice of Kaizen. Let me know in the comments. What would you accomplish today? Your subscribing to the channel inspires me to post more such videos. Thanks for your patronage. See you in the next video. Sincerely, Yogi Anand.